The first 6 chapters sort of serve as like a base from which to operate from. But we were really, I mean, I was really focused on making this an LGBTQ friendly resource. And so it was important for me to like really dive into gender and sexuality and the differences there. And, you know, I feel really lucky to have proximity to my dad's audience, because I feel like, you know, for some people, LGBTQ things are, you know, unreachable or inaccessible. And so I really wanted to make it something that everyone could understand.
You did. You did a really good job. That's on my list. I appreciate that chapter so much as an old person. I feel constantly like I don't understand what I'm supposed to be and want to understand. So, and if you read this website, you get one piece of information. I feel like there's no consistency. There's some consistencies, but sometimes I get very confused. I'm a very smart person, and I'm a good person who wants to understand. And I read this chapter and went, I totally understand. I completely understand everything. I get it. Now I got it.
That's music to my ears.
So I really thank you very much for that chapter. I am not embarrassed to say I don't know something.
Yeah.
And I did not understand.
There's a lot of
that.
people our age, I including myself, where you want to be an ally, you want to be a part of it, but you feel like there's it's Swiss cheese. Like, I think I understand, but I want to make, you feel insecure because it
completely.
This is not new territory so much as stuff that the depths to which we all are asked to take a look at this, we're not that familiar with. And so we sort of have an obligation to pay attention that way, but it does get confusing for us. I get that.
It does. Yeah. And I feel much less confused because clearly my children have friends who are they, them. And I get, Isla was telling me how we were buying a gift for see, I'm already messing my word. I'm insecure now and saying.
I know. I feel you. I get you. I get you.
For someone, and they like to crochet. And I thought, that's great. And she said, well, they make all these things. And I said, who does she do it with? And she goes, no.
That's what
they do. And I went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because I thought maybe she was talking about her and her mom or her and her sister. But no. They are they, but I didn't know that they were they because they look like a girl, right? Dress like a girl, but identify as they. But I've never been told, and I was like, I am still so screwed up on this. This is before I read your book. I'm not sure how to ask. What's your friend's pronoun? I mean, should I ask? I need to know all your friends' pronouns.
I got a coach for you. Right
here. I know because I really do.
I know. I feel
never,
you. I get
ever
you.
Want
I'm with you. 100%.
Them to feel bad.
Yeah.
But also, how could I possibly know unless they've told me? And then I'm embarrassed to ask them. That's the thing. Is I
that's the question.
I feel embarrassed.
Paulina, should she be embarrassed to ask?
No, you can always ask.
Okay, good.
I think. I mean, it's like, I'm now in the practice of if I'm leading a workshop or teaching a class, I ask for names, pronouns, and usually because it's Zoom, where someone is located. And so just making it a practice of asking people when you meet them what their pronouns are is an easy way to kind of get used to asking that question.
Got it.
And when it comes to they, them pronouns, I think half the battle is just practicing using those pronouns because grammatically it's a little bit challenging, right? Like, do you say they are or they is, because it is a singular person, but they're using a plural pronoun. So it's just a matter of practicing.
What's the answer?
I would say I would use proper grammar. So they are.
Okay.
Because
See how confused we are?
So confused. I'm a grammar.
Yeah.
I'm really, I love grammar.
Yeah.
And
I remember when in graduate school, I was in this class called the Kama Sutra.
Oh.
And it was
COMMA.
Yes. And it was a brilliant grammar class taught by B.K. Fisher. And that was sort of not the first time, but first time in an academic context in which we talked about the evolution of language and the ways in which, they, them pronouns is a facet of the sort of malleability and sort of the way in which language progresses over time. And if you think about how different verbs were used even just like 100 years ago, it would be different. And so,
well, we just did it. Courting, dating. Now it's what? Hanging out.
Yeah. Language is always evolving. And
oh my God. This is just a sidebar, but we went to France and I started working on my French to get ready to go there. the shit they're doing with their language, the young people, is way worse than what we do here.
Oh, yeah.
They just started transposing words. They just they speak like Pig Latin.
Oh
It's
my
called
gosh.
Français Verlan. And it's like, where did this come from? How am I supposed to understand you when you literally say words backwards?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
A lot of words. And then when I went to France and started using it, they started making fun of me. Oh, you sound like a teenager. I'm like, what am I?
Right?
How do I? I'm American. How do I know if I'm still using this stuff or not?
I can't win.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The one thought that's in my head too about they, them pronouns. Whenever you feel nervous about using the they, them pronoun, I just suggest using the person's name. So rather than, tripping up pronouns, it's like Samantha.
I like that. We didn't put that in the book, I don't think.
I think I did.
I don't think so.
I don't
Really?
remember that.
No,
Oh,
I don't
really?
think so. That's a good note. I like that.
That'll be in the 10-year edition.
There you go. I don't remember that.
The updated edition. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's an easy
that would
way.
help. That helps us.
Yeah, it's very helpful
yeah.
to say.
Because you say something that we can use, we immediately get it. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
100%.
that
Brittany
helps me.
likes to crochet. Would Brittany like that?
Yeah.
Can we get Brittany this instead
Yeah,
of
I like
her
that.
or they?
Yep.
That I just
'Cause we
believed
have
a
a
lot.
na-
Thank you.
To be fair, we have a natural sort of, I don't say aversion, but discomfort with using confusing grammar.
Yes, I agree.
We are speaking a certain way our whole life. And we're being asked now to like scratch the record.
I
And
think you're
it's-
right. It
yeah.
may be about the grammar because when I was thinking to myself, my private thought, which may be inappropriate, so I apologize ahead of time. I thought to myself, why can't we just have a brand new pronoun?
That's where I think too.
there's
But that's where I think too. Why can't we have
There's
one that's
what?
grammatically good?
Zer, Zem.
Zer, Zem.
We do talk about that.
We do.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
whole table on the different
I
pronouns.
don't remember Zer,
Well, we-
Zem.
we
I
had-
probably
we
couldn't
had-
see the table.
Yeah.
It actually got so involved, we had to cut it down.
Yeah,
It gets
this is
so
like
involved.
in terms of just like
It's too much.
what
It's
exists
too
out
much.
there.
It's
This
too
is
much.
like very rudimentary, very introductory.
Got it. Okay.
And the language is constantly evolving. The identity pronouns and titles are constantly changing. Like I wouldn't be surprised if in 10 years this is obsolete in
Right.
some way. But I will say, the more I meet people who are non-binary and use they, them pronouns, it is less about a grammatic kind of calculation and more of like, oh, that person is they, them. And to, there may be times when you like accidentally say she or whatever. All you can do is apologize and move forward.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it's interesting because like 10 years ago, I feel like there wasn't a conversation about non-binary individuals at
no.
all.
Are you kidding?
No.
Yeah. And so
10 years ago? No.
No,
Which is
5
nuts. years ago,
Yeah,
no.
5 years ago.
it's
At least for our generation.
yeah. Even me, like in college, it wasn't even really, I don't know if I knew anybody with they, them pronouns.
It's happened so quickly too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of it is that I feel like my grandmother, when the phones went from like the flip phone to the smartphone, it happened so fast. Everybody was totally on a smartphone. She was like, yeah, I'm never doing that. I don't feel like, I'm never doing that, but I feel lost.
Yeah.
And I have a new view, and around your age is where I'm a little older than you, and where I started getting this idea that I used to think history was this slow evolving arc. It's lurching forward.
Right.
It is. You see a few of these lurches and you go, whoa, they're unsettling.